Good morning or afternoon, everybody. This is JB Herrera talking to you again from lockdown in California, down in San Diego. I hope wherever you are, you're safe and you're healthy and your family is being taken care of and that you're taking a brief moment for yourself as well. We have to do a little bit of self-care because we can't take care of others unless we can take care of ourselves as well. I wanted to just kind of give you a weekly wind up of what we've been talking about this week. We talked a little bit about, this could be a great time to be alive. Even though we're going through a new normal and changes and upheaval on a daily basis, if we reframe our minds just a little bit, we can turn this into something that's really going to be beneficial for ourselves, our family, and our community in general. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but the reality ends up being that we make our own destinies. And so we have to apply ourselves as much as we can, as quickly as we can, to get through these challenges, ups and downs, emotional, mental, spiritual, even physical things that are going on for all of us on a daily basis. We also talked about, what you think you're feeling. And so if you're really focusing on that one principle, we can change our physiology. We can change how we're the thought processes that we have. Certainly the television that we're watching, or shouldn't be watching, I should say, and the kinds of people that we're actually trying to be around, virtually. Obviously, in a lockdown mode, you can't get out there and be face to face anymore. But at least we can challenge each other, and talk with each other, and connect with each other online, like we're doing right now. And then yesterday we talked about being a steward in your community. And I wanted to share with you a couple of different things that I thought were really important this week. There was an article in the New York Times written by Kenneth Cheneau and Rachel Romer Carlson. So Kenneth is the former chief executive and chairman of American Express, and Rachel is the chief executive and co-founder of Guild Education. They're funding essentially, or the founders of Stop the Spread Org, which is an organization designed specifically to help fund the research against the coronavirus. But in that op-ed, it was really interesting. They talked very specifically about asking business leaders, community leaders, and celebrities to support their local community. And that's pretty much been the message that I've tried to say this week as well. Use investments wisely. Investments not only in money, but in time and resources, and in caring for other people. For example, there's Stephen and Aisha Curry, Steph Curry and his wife are helping pay for lunches in Oakland, California. These are the kinds of things that we're not listening to and we're not hearing in the marketplace. But for sure what's happening is there are many other examples of that going on. A CEO who's a client of mine, she runs, her name is Paula Edwards. She's the CEO of Lexair Communications in South Carolina. She's taken 3 days off and is buying foodstuffs to make sure that everybody in her company has enough food to get through this whole crisis. And she's organized her company such that they're buying food and delivering it to people who are infirm. They can't get it themselves. See, that's the kind of thing that we need to focus our energies on. Yes, it's scary. And yes, it's absolutely going to be, changing. Working from home, dogs barking in the background, kids, doing all kinds of stuff. It's not the way it was. But you know what? It's not going to be that way for a while. So let's make the most of it. Let's turn it around and start helping other people like Paula is doing. There's another client that I have, Deb Cantrell. She coaches chefs around the country. And these chefs are really going through a tough time. They're being shut down, just like restaurateurs all over the country. And this is not a fun time. This is not a time when all of a sudden you can just sit back and just say, hey, it's their problem, it's not mine. You know what? It is our problem. We are all connected. We need to step up and help each other in these trying times. So let me give you a couple of examples of what you might want to do today to start helping yourself, your family, and the people around you. What I'd like you to do is start looking at expenses. Two things. The first is you're going to look at money that you have to pay out, and the second is money that's going to come into you. On the payout side, reach out to your creditors. have a conversation with them. See if there's a way that you can negotiate a longer term payment term or lower payments on going out. That'll save you a little bit in the short term. On the flip side, if you have things that you have to pay out, see if you can negotiate a lower payment. Here's the thing. The knee-jerk reaction, and I've seen this with other clients and other businesses that are happening all over the country. People are reacting out of fear. And what's the first thing that they do? I want my money back. I'm going to fire people because I can't afford it anymore. And the reality ends up being, guess what? In some instances, while you can't afford it, in some instances, if you renegotiate downwards, people are willing to work with you. If there's a choice between losing your job and taking half hours or half your income, you're going to select taking half. People want to work. People want to work with you if you're willing to take the first step. So go back. Identify some things that you might be able to do to help other people around you. Like Paula is doing, like Deb is doing. She's actually organizing her chefs to work with other people, other restaurateurs, to be able to provide some really interesting, nourishing meals for people who can't cook or have never cooked or teaching cooking lessons. There's a whole suite of people that are coming together in a new, different way. You have the opportunity to do exactly the same thing. Please take some time. Give yourself the opportunity to think outside the box. This is the new normal. This is the opportunity for you to build a lifestyle that's different than what you had before. Probably a lot more challenging. That's okay. We can get through this if we do it together. So go out there, make some changes to yourself and some of the friends and family that you have. See if you can get together with people and make it easier for other people. In the process of doing that, you're going to feel better about yourself as well. So this is JB Herrera signing off from San Diego. Make today your masterpiece. Take care.